We're going live. We're going live. We're live. We're live. Live.
Come on
Live.
down.
Live in the basement.
Live.
Live
Hey, everyone.
on the basement.
We're having some audio problems in the studio, so we're just running through that shit. Second, Joe's gonna look at the video, see how fucked up the audio is coming in. Probably gonna come in real fucked up. So sorry for the lack of the intro to this. It's kind of shit, but okay. It's kind of shit. All right.
You're
I'm
kind
going
of
to scoot
shit.
the camera to get. Oh, no. We don't have to put in more of this squidooch. There's enough of Joe. Literally the entirety of Joe's in the frame. All right. Fuck it.
I can go with that.
Fuck it. We're going live.
The
What did I
language on
say?
this guy.
Suck my clit. Okay.
Jesus
What?
Christmas.
What?
Disgusting animal. I know people.
Oh,
that
my
listen.
God. All right. Everyone's Papa's Basement. It's a podcast. It's been here for 12 years. It will never go anywhere, but it'll never die. It's just, it's like, what are those little the little fucking organisms that people love to post online lately? It looks like a bloated little bear. It looks like a moon bounce with legs.
I have no
I don't
idea what you're
know.
talking about.
The thing, it'll just never die. It'll
Okay.
never fucking die.
Like a Twinkie.
It's like a Twinkie, and it's got the face of the gremlin that harassed William Shatner in Twilight Zone. It's a weird, I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's an internet darling, and it's a little like microbial sized thing. That's what this show is.
Okay.
Microbial.
It's never gonna do anything. It'll never die.
Yeah.
Joe's like, oh my God, this is what I've hitched my fucking wagon to.
It's unfortunate, but
Yeah. well,
wagon. You know, the wagon's down the trail.
If you could have done better, you would have.
The Oregon
Paint your
Trail.
wagon.
Your
If you
wagon.
could have done better, you would have.
All right, I'm gonna dig up the intro music and then we'll get going. So annoying. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. I just don't know why. Don't know why any of this is happening anymore. Can't we just go off into the sunset together? Can't we just die as a species together? Why are we?
Well, it's already happening.
Yeah.
The planet's warming, and
Yeah, and it's killing
mines
off all the phytoplankton in the
phytoplankton,
sea.
Yeah, and the trees in the Amazon. Not that Eva cares.
Yeah, and we're fucked.
She just throws refined plastics and sugars out her window.
She
I
does.
do.
All right, we're back. We took our 5-second break to put on the intro music.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you're wondering what we're back from, you're hearing the MP3 and you're like, what are they talking about? You know what? Maybe I'll make myself a liar. Maybe because I was about to say you would have to watch the YouTube video
Well.
to see the YouTube intro to know what the fudge these Berenstain Bears were talking about.
Berenstain.
Berenstain.
Correctly pronounced.
I don't know what universe are we actually in? Are they Steens or Stains?
I thought it was Berenstein.
I like Berenstein.
It's
I,
Berenstein.
I like acknowledging their
Did you ever
Hebraic background.
did you ever read the Berenstein or Stein Bears when the panda bears moved next door?
Oh,
And it was like a different race.
oh,
And
okay.
it taught brother and sister bear about like differences, and
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Huh?
it was like the new next door
My
neighbors.
favorite Berenstain
They're
Bears
different.
book is the one where they lend money.
Were they lend? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
One. I don't remember any of the actual stories.
where they became landlords.
Yeah,
We called them the Bernstein Bears.
They-
Oh,
The
The
okay.
Bernstein.
they all became entertainment lawyers. That's my favorite Berenstain.
Jimmy Bernstein
Bear.
here. I represent
Yeah.
talent, and you, sir, are talented.
They all started working the Borscht Belt up in the Catskills.
Well, that was just the one that was the family's favorite secretly, but they always wondered when she'd settle down and get a nice job and get a nice man.
How many of them was there? 4?
Berenstain Bears?
The Bernsteins?
It was brother and sister, mama and dad,
Wasn't there a
and
baby?
then there's baby bear.
Baby Bear.
You're describing dinosaurs as well.
No, I think you're
Is that-
describing that story with the porridge. What was that one?
Goldilocks.
But this is
Goldilocks.
just right.
What
oh, yeah,
is-
Goldilocks. Yeah.
So we had to
was Baby
explain. We had to remind you what Goldilocks was. 30
I
seconds
mean,
into
what
the
am I?
show.
I'm the 38-year-old man. I'm sorry, I don't hang around preschools like you do.
Yeah,
But-
yeah,
You know, what can I say?
that's why you got a wife in her 30s.
Well, I'm not sure what that means.
I don't either.
Does she? Are you insinuating she hangs around at preschools? I don't understand.
No, I'm
Pretty sure I
saying
would-
I do. I'm
Oh, Oh, that's why I got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. No, I
You're
get it.
happily married.
I'm having a
Yeah.
married man, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm
Right, and you're
I'm
just-
investing in the future. You know,
And you're just
I'm getting a bunker bride. All right. I'm just getting
nothing wrong with that.
I'm getting a wife I can grow
I
into.
mean, there's
all
literally
right?
there's an app for that. There's literally
Yeah.
services, man. You can order one from any number of countries.
Yeah, but they gotta be 18 to cross borders. You know,
Oh.
I'm just getting 6, 8, something like that.
Whoa!
What? I'm not touching them until they're 18. I'm not a pervert. Whoa.
What are you gonna?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, Joe.
What are
Whoa.
you gonna be a-
I'm not a pervert.
You're gonna be a mentor for 10 years?
You pretty much, yeah. Just a father figure.
A life
Oh,
coach.
that's even
You're
weirder.
probably
a sponsor.
a deity. Yeah. Just whatever I need to
A
be
Greek god.
until the unveiling.
Until
Until the
until the
unveiling.
unveiling. So wait,
Yeah.
10 years from now, there's not gonna be anything to unveil, buddy. I
That's
mean,
true.
It's just
We'll
gonna be like
dead.
a belly.
We'll
and
be
some-
dead. We established that with the little intro that we did for the video, the YouTube video, that we will be dead. Phytoplankton in the ocean is
Right.
dying. Like
Mhm.
that provides the bulk of our oxygen. And as the oceans acidify and get hotter, they're just dying. Like we will look like fish on land.
I mean, it's
We'll
not.
just suffocate.
It doesn't have anything to do with the blue whales that scoop up 8,000 tons of them every time they eat.
Yeah,
No.
they eat what do they eat? Plankton?
Pretty sure it's the
Phytoplankton.
plankton and sardines
Philo-Peter.
and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
They eat Philopeter.
Philo Peter. Philo dough.
There's a Coptic Christian church right next to the studio.
Coptic? What is that?
It's like the old Christian.
Yeah,
church,
like
right?
super, super old Christians.
Yeah.
It's called Philo Peter.
Philo
the Coptic
Peter.
Church.
Saint Philopeter.
The Coptic Church of His Lord Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Mr. Philo Peter.
Yes.
I'm here for the services, Mr.
Yes,
Wine.
Carib.
I'm ready for my close up, Mr. DeMille.
Send it to me.
So we've talked about nothing for
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Oh, it's all
We've
right. It's a classic
I had it
podcast.
hammered into my head last episode. There needs to be a chunk of structure here.
Yes.
We need to talk about up front what we're going to do,
Mm-hmm.
and then we need to stick to that stuff. We
Yeah.
need to tell a story.
Right.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
I've got a couple things. I've got a couple stories I can do. Do you guys want these
I do.
stories?
Obviously.
Yes.
I'm
Eva
here.
does.
I'm here, aren't I?
Joe does. And you guys can contribute stories as well. We've done our outlines. We've done our stories.
I want to hear. I know which one I want to hear.
Okay, I'll give you my goddamned outline for the goddamned episode. First of all, embarrassing incident at my friend's house
Yikes.
where a disease I suffer from, Eva's smiling.
That's the one I want.
A disease that makes me even more sexually unattractive than you'd think at first blush caused me to bleed profusely onto a friend's upholstery
Like a woman.
like a woman experiencing her first menses.
And you didn't feel the warm blood pooling up in your.
Oh, we'll
mean, I'm
get
just-
there, sir. We'll
my
get
God.
there. Do you want to hear about me soiling some surfaces?
And that's our
Yes,
show.
I do.
Okay, we'll just go right there.
Okay.
Right,
We can
well,
also talk about the fact I hired Joe as an employee of Hercules Safe and Lock on
that
Monday.
was quite a show. That'll be a good topic.
okay. We can get to that later.
Nobody will be listening by then.
No, they're all gone by now.
It'll be
And
fun.
a recent spate of N bombs being dropped in the wild by various celebrities. Oh, cool. So let's see. I think the YouTube just died because some spam popped up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
We still have a YouTube feed going. Oh, we do. We just had some actual spam come up and co-op the screen for a bit.
Okay.
So
No, it's
yeah,
still right.
I think the actors from Jane the Virgin dropped some, and one of the Cuomos. Who's left of the Cuomo?
Andrew.
It might have been Andrew Cuomo.
Cuomo.
What is he now? Is he the governor still?
He's king.
Governor.
He's
the
actually
governor of New
king.
York, right? He's actually king. He's the boy
Yeah.
king.
King. He's the
He's the-
boy king.
Yes, he's the boy king.
The boy king.
Does he have a whipping boy?
Yes, he has
Do
Does
you guys remember that story, the whipping boy?
the whipping boy.
he-
Yeah.
of course. It was very
No,
short. I remember
thought
that.
you were just referencing, like, making a sly reference to what Joe has to do on Craigslist to
Well,
feed his family.
I mean, you're not
like,
wrong. You're not far off at this point.
I mean, is there another
Hit me on
story?
Craigslist.
No,
called
it's just a story about this this prince that whenever he had whenever he got in trouble,
Uh-huh.
they would be like, "You're in trouble," and he'd be like, "Bring out the whipping boy,"
know-
and he had a whipping boy that would get like spanked for
For
him.
him.
Okay, so that probably like when it was invented in 12,000 BC or whatever, didn't have weird homoerotic
I know,
S&M
I know.
overtones. But I can't picture the story now without the prince just like doing shit on purpose.
Yeah.
I was caught. Oh no! Bring out the whipping one, and then just tugging it in his little throne.
Bring out the whipping boy. So I imagine it.
It's like a huge production,
Yeah.
like Mad Max 3 Thunderdome. Oh,
The funny thing is now,
anti-entity announcing, "Here comes the whipping boy."
now if you walk into Papa Giorgio's house and say, "Bring out the whipping boy," you go into his sock drawer and there's something that's about 8 inches long, pink, and runs on double D batteries.
Oh,
That's the whipping boy.
I
And
see.
it's got a lot of veins in it.
Calls it the whipping boy.
Bring out the whipping
boy.
Tell us about your disease.
My dildo does not have batteries.
That's
sir.
terrible. That wasn't what I said. At
I,
all.
I
Let's talk
care,
about a remote control.
I care about this environment far too much
talking about a
to
universal
use a vibe. I've just got a big dill. Okay,
big old
A pickle?
dill.
giant dill,
A giant dill pickle.
big
The pics.
veiny pill.
Tell us about your disease.
All right, all right. So
It's so funny.
I need, every woman in the audience, please commence to working in the clitoral region of yourself.
There's I love how you think there's an audience.
If your clitoris is one of the Alpine peaks, then march a little Hannibal's army with the elephants about it, because you will be so aroused. I just need you to be ready for the waves of pleasure that will arc through you.
I know I'm ready.
Like you've touched a sexual generator with your bare hands.
With your whipping boy.
Yes.
You whip it. Bring out the whipping boy.
All right. Even when I wasn't a fat piece of lard, even when I was shockingly jacked and used to personal train,
Mhm.
which just sounds like a joke when I say it. Like it's just,
I don't believe it.
I know. I know. Even like 40 pounds ago, I mentioned on these airwaves, maybe 2 years into the show, that I had just been a personal trainer prior. And even then, co-host Kate, who is responsible for that clown logo that you guys love so
I
much.
do love it.
She heard that, was just like, like did a spit take. Even back then, I used to get these really annoying, like, almost like I don't want to say a boil, because that sounds really even grosser than I deserve in this
Mhm.
life, but just felt like a very big pimple on my inner thighs. And I would just get them maybe every other month or something like that. And they sucked to walk around. Like they would kind of wear a little raw with they weren't chubby back then. They're more muscular with a little chub on top thighs as I marched around in my shorts. And it just hurt like a bastard, man. And I didn't know what the hell was up. I'm so glad my pain.
She's just.
This is how I can tell Joe actually likes me, and Eva might secretly root for me to die.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain. I mean, the guy's talking about a legit disease. and
I
she
know.
just,
I know. Okay.
you
I'm
know,
sorry.
That's just basically ruined his life.
You are wetter than Judy Gemstone
Oh,
right now. So
God.
that is a righteous
Sadist.
Gemstones reference. Yeah. Best show on TV. Hope you've all been keeping up. So back to the subject. We're going to work on this.
Okay.
Going to build this muscle. So even back then, man, I would get these horrifically painful, didn't know what to call them other than like, it's a magical, really bad pimple.
Right.
And I would try to pop them, but they were so subdermal. Have you ever had zits like this where you're like,
It's so
think I
deep.
can do it, and you just smush the shit out of it and nothing happens, and after 5 seconds you just double over in agony because you gambled and you lost.
Right.
There was no head to be had. You tried, but it didn't happen.
Right.
I just had these for years, man. Years, and as I've gotten fatter, they're a little more plentiful. But just in general, like my inner thighs, like I don't want to say pockmarked from them, but you can see evidence that I've been ravaged by. It's like the surface of Mars now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the meteorites.
Sort of like
are-
acne scars, kind of.
Yeah, yeah, looks
Like
like-
Brad Pitt's face.
I was gonna say Michael Stipe's cheeks, but sure,
Okay.
go with the reference anyone normal would get. Yeah, Brad Pitt has a bad complexion.
I mean, it's not horrible. He's still dead ass sexy.
You still
but
come on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he has pockmarks.
Really?
Yeah.
Like his hero, Robert Redford.
Yes.
My mom met Robert Redford one time and she was like, that was the dog shittiest skin I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
Yeah. And she was like, no, sir, you shan't eat my ass this evening.
He went to my school.
Really?
Went to Ada.
Chantilly?
No.
Okay.
I would have said our school.
Joe,
dear.
how you doing? Joe, how you doing over there? You cool?
I mean, I'm
You
here.
cooking some marshmallows?
I mean, I'm here.
you doing all right?
I can't stop, but I can't help but picture your pockmarked inner thighs, and I really wasn't prepared for that. coming
yeah,
into the
no,
show.
it's not good.
You
It's
know,
not good.
It's blood.
So as
coming out of your,
we,
you know,
yeah, as
Yeah,
we,
it's just a little bit.
as we get into, as the show progresses, and I'm more open with admitting really every horrible thing I do. These things have just kind of lingered for years. Like it doesn't clean up. Every so often you just get one. I have to walk around like I got prison raped, like kind of like I've been riding horses 30 years of my life, just like legs akimbo kind of strut. You put a
Nice.
Band-Aid on top of them, but it's like literally it's like putting a Band-Aid on cancer, like it hurt and I didn't even know what it was until like an incident with a prostitute forced me to explore it. This is all a joke, by the way.
Oh.
I wouldn't ever do this for real. But
No.
yeah, one time I was with a hooker and it was all good. She was going down on me. And because again, I'm like, I've grown to be very self-conscious of it through the years. I'm like, you know what? No one wants to have their face down and around that except a professional. Like
They've seen it all.
pretty much. I mean, God, yeah, like I was probably the fifth dude that day for them. You know what I mean?
Yikes.
But like I had something a brew in there, and I mean the veneer of this is fun for me, blowing a stranger's D just dropped like the curtain when King Kong was on stage. Whoop. And she just grabs this thing between her forefingers and is checking it. And you can tell she's got like T800 files, the Terminator's files loading in her head, like for the STD repository, like, looking for a match for John Connor's face. Like, is this going to be something that ends my career?
Right.
Like, is it going to look like I sucked off a beehive if I blow this guy? And I had to be like to this woman that barely spoke English, like, look, first of all, this is fictitious, so you don't exist. But also, I was like, it's not contagious. Autoimmune disease.
Right.
Autoimmune. Oh, okay. I guess I'd figured out what it was by this point.
Right.
So turns out, even after like every other year, I would go to the dermatologist and I would be like, hey, guy who went to med school and makes much more than me, I get these weird bumps on my thighs. I'm not really active with one right now since you made me wait 3 goddamn weeks to see you. But I would describe the situation and they really could never properly diagnose it. And about a year ago, I just went online and was like, this is what it's called, hidradenitis. Hidradenitis. Now I have a mild case because you are going to look online.
I'm looking
Anyone
right now.
listening, HIDRADENITIS. You're going to look up pictures right now and you're going to be like, either shoot that man in the back of the head while he's recording the episode. Like, give me the Maury from Goodfellas, just put a pick through the base of my skull. Yeah. It's very mild case compared to anything you're seeing online right now.
These are all in like the armpit, though.
There's a lot in the armpits.
That is not an armpit.
Yeah, you either get them like inner thigh or armpit, pretty much.
That's an armpit.
That is the female reproductive organ.
Oh, yeah. You get them on your Gucciarooski, too.
My God. And that's our show. I just remembered I have something to do. I'll see you guys later.
Masturbate furiously in the bathroom.
My God. This is
Wow.
okay.
This is Sparta.
All right.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's disgusting. Thank God. Again, mild case. Probably lighter than anything you're seeing online right now.
Oh no, it does because body odor is part of it, and I've always wondered.
Yeah, when
So
you're
that's
eating
good.
my
No,
ass,
that
you're
makes
like,
a lot of
"Did you know
sense.
it's light
No, it makes a lot of sense when
or-"
I'm like, wait, where's Papa Joe? I know he's around somewhere because it smells like a dumpster behind a Greek restaurant.
So yeah, it's been a source of smashing my self-confidence. Even when I was in very good shape, I would still get this occasionally on my very pristine muscular.
Yeah.
Put me on long socks and short shorts, and I would have been a delight on Fire Island thighs, like
Right.
those days even. So now that I'm like a fat pig, it's just I don't know, different shit on top of the shit sundae as a shit
Mhm.
garnish,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
Mhm.
well,
How does it affect
I
you
hit my low
mentally?
point.
How
with
can
it
I
the
be
other day.
supportive?
Where can I rub this lotion?
As a felon, I can't purchase guns, so I need you. I believe it's called straw buyer. That's the technical term for what I need you to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll straw by you again.
Thank you. Oh God.
I mean, can I be perfectly honest? How does he not take off his pants and show everybody in the YouTube world like what? I mean, Pixar, it didn't happen. I don't.
Right.
Are we going to go down this road and do all this describing and actually not like
yeah, I'm a wordsmith.
shove the camera into your
And
pants?
that was worth 1,000. No, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I
Man,
don't
you
want
need
to
to bleed all
pull
over the
this
camera.
junk out. Yeah, it's
The
disgusting.
science, yeah.
Like, as it is, again, not particularly attractive, but now we're adding this into the mix, and it's just like, come on, God.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, or come on, appetite
Kylie.
that leads me to eat the worst food on planet Earth. I mean, I feel like that's got something to do with it.
You think?
A
It
steady,
doesn't help.
I mean, a steady diet of
It's-
Arby's and
Oh,
taco smell.
I'm so
I-
hungry I could eat at Arby's.
Yeah.
Wow, you are hungry.
We have the meat.
It
sort of.
it doesn't help. Bad diet does not help.
Yeah.
It still kind of does its thing.
Could you maybe lose 100 pounds so your thighs aren't scraping together like cheese on a cheese
That
grater?
would absolutely help as well.
There you
That
go.
would absolutely
Nice.
assist. I mean, a lot of heavier people, but I believe, weirdly enough, before I knew what this is, my ex had it to the point she had to have like her pits opened up and then sewn shut.
Woo!
Like they cut skin out of her pits.
Oh.
Did not realize she had the same damn thing.
The same damn time at the same damn time.
Did not realize that. So
Well,
I had probably my lowest point with this disease Saturday with our mutual friend Dawn Perlis.
DVP, shout out.
Yeah, I've been treating this stuff with like a topical salve.
Hmm.
Don't you hate someone that's called it a
Salve.
salve?
Salve.
Like, no, you dumb bastard, it's a salve.
Bastard.
Whipping boy.
Whipping boy.
Is it not salve? I always thought it was salve.
Salve.
Been saying that wrong for 38 years. All right. You learn something new every day about Papa's thighs, about how to pronounce words.
Salve.
Pass me the salve, Mr. Robinson.
Salve.
And the whipping boy.
Whipping boy, do you need your buttocks salved? Too late. I said yes.
So
I'm your prince.
what happened at
We're not going to play the gay whipping boy game. All right. It was a
All
good
right,
bit.
you.
Good bit.
All right, the whipping boy.
Can I ice your bottom, whipping boy? Oops, the ice cream I've been rubbing upon your rump fell in between your thighs. Let me get it out with my mouth.
That's our show.
Whipping boy.
I think the Papa's Bloody Thigh segment is over. I think because we stuck to it. We did a segment. We stuck to it. It was 15 minutes of pure torture.
Where are you going, whipping boy Joseph? We've
now-
just begun.
Now we can talk about the Nationals being in the World Series or literally anything else.
I want to hear about
Of
what happened
course you do.
next.
Of course you do.
Would you like a raspberry blown upon your bottom raw, whipping boy? You didn't say no fast enough, whipping boy.
I mean, we haven't even talked about the diseases that are obviously in your blood as well. That's the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just like, it may not be an STD, but your blood is dirty. I'm 100% sure. You know?
I get antibiotics
Just.
every so often. Yeah.
Ugh.
I get the oil changed.
Ugh. God almighty. If you try to give blood, the bag would just melt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the hose would just.
Maybe he can
Burn
do
off.
like a Magic Johnson and just get new
Get
blood.
AIDS.
No, just get like brand new blood all the time.
There's a
I would
number,
like
There's a
that,
number
yeah.
of cocktails out there. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
You can,
I feel like the AIDS cocktail comes up every podcast.
Yeah, well, we want our fan base to know.
yikes.
So what happened at your friend's house?
I'm at my
DVP,
friend's
shout
house.
out.
At Dawn's house, DP.
We get it. You pooped your pants moving around.
It felt
No.
like it did. So typically, when these things are about to burst, as I explained previously, I'm spending the better part of a week walking like pretty much how I imagine Roy Rogers walked in the
Right,
day. Yeah.
right.
Or Gene Autry.
Yeah.
Just anyone, yeah, whose hips were bowed by a lifetime on the saddle. Like I want a John Wayne, howdy, partner, walk in. Like that's my gait because I don't want any friction.
Yes.
But these meds kind of make them not nearly as painful. I really haven't had an outbreak in a long time. And by outbreak, I mean even a singular pustule. I was just
Okay.
going with the grossest word I
That
could
was
find. for this.
That's what a
A
pustule is. Oh.
pustule.
You useless pustule.
Yeah. I don't know how you spell that, by the way, but I like it French. So it's going to be ELLE at the end.
Pustule. I've looked it up.
Okay.
Seinfeld reference. You useless pustule. And I was like, what's a pustule?
All
And
right,
I
Doc
looked up
Gag.
and your picture came up.
Nah.
This fucking guy.
Of his inner thighs.
Yeah.
You should just wear red pants all the time. You just wear red pants all the time.
I-
Nobody's
with-
going to know that
With
you
a sad looking Asian hooker between them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
It was just like my livelihood.
The thing that's crazy is that somewhere out there's a poor human trafficked Asian
Yeah.
former prostitute that's just traumatized.
I don't
somewhere
like to
talking
think that
about-
they're trafficked. If I knew 100% that this fictitious hooker,
That's good of you. I don't like to think that
Yeah.
they're traffic.
I like to think they do it for the love of the game.
because they come here to nibble on your bloody stumps
Yeah.
of their own volition. This guy
This
making
guy.
2% of every sale.
Who am bloody stumps. Who am I? Johnny's
God.
got his gun.
Just ugh. Ugh.
All right. So your pustule.
My pustule.
The pustule.
I noticed that I had one, but it really wasn't hurting me all that much. And I was like, all right, maybe I got like another week till this surfaces, or it's just going to kind of stay under there and sort itself out.
Right.
So I'm walking and going back to Dawn's apartment. We had ordered a bunch of sushi from a woman that looked like she might have serviced me a couple of weeks prior.
Oh my God.
We go back and I take a seat and just something feels like warm and like damp. And I'm like, oh God, am I like really swamp assing that hard? That's not good at all. Like, do I have to put bar deodorant back there? How am I going to make this work? And I get up to get a drink, a couple of pieces of sushi in, and I had like popped, I guess, in my pants and bled through my shorts and left a huge blood stain on Dawn's chair. Like I was some sort of menstruating show dog.
I can't even. It's a good thing we had the engineering department come down here to fix this machine
Yeah.
so we could
We
could
need
do
this captured in pristine
God almighty.
24-bit audio.
I think you killed Eva. I
She's
think she
all
just
right.
straight
She'll
up
live.
just convulsing.
Check her seat for blood.
God.
So thankfully, Dawn is really cool. And I got to teach her that hydrogen peroxide gets blood out of any surface.
Get the pus out.
Yeah. And it makes a cool fizzle as you do it. So it's
Science.
science. So that was probably the only highlight because I spent the rest of the time sitting on napkins like a girl in gym class. too.
Sitting on napkins was
Sitting
the
on
best thing you could
napkins.
come up with.
Yeah.
Well, like when you're
We moved to a dark couch
Yeah.
from her white chairs.
Oh my God.
no when you're I know what he means when you're like younger
When you're menstruating.
when you're on the rag.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, you should have been put outside like an animal. That's what I would have done. I would have sat you on the concrete, hosed you
I
down,
should have been put down.
thrown some lie on you to delouse because you're obviously disgusting.
Like Farva.
My God, I would have gotten like the wasp. I would
Farva.
have gotten the
Sugar
wasp and hornet spray from like 25 feet away and just soaked you in the foam.
He can't help it.
Hope for the
Yeah.
best. He can help it.
No,
He can
man.
help it.
it's an
Disease.
autoimmune
It's
disease.
because the Taco Bell and Wendy's grease coming out of his pores gets stuck in between his thighs,
All right, say
causes
someone.
a blockage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
know
s-
anyone with Crohn's?
I'm sorry, Charles Atlas.
I do know people with Crohn's. Yes.
Do they have the bag?
I do know someone that has a.
What if the bag like accidentally bursts? They
Yeah.
can't help that.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
A little compassion.
I mean, that's a person that actually nobody gets Crohn's because of their disgusting lifestyle
I believe they do.
and refusal to see doctors.
It's an autoimmune issue, Joe.
I can't comment because I have no
Yeah.
idea what causes Crohn's.
You know,
And
what's
I wouldn't want to
to
like put anyone down that has it because I know
Yeah.
it's awful.
You know what's a
Well, no,
choice? Not being a jerk.
Wow.
Pardon my
Wow.
French.
This I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find the evidence, and then
Uh-huh.
we're going to talk about how it's self-inflicted. I feel like. Right?
Look at this guy.
Crohn's is an autoimmune thing that happens, but your autoimmune thing happens because it's attacking all the quarter pounders with cheese, and
I don't even eat beef, man.
you don't even
Hurtful.
eat
He
beef.
doesn't.
I don't.
I've seen him eat beef on at least 12 occasions.
Name them.
Every time we went to Chinatown Express. Oh no, you got the.
One.
Oh no, you got the. What did you get? The sushi or not the sushi, the shrimp dumplings.
Yeah, he eats a
Alright.
lot of
Oh
seafood.
yeah, he didn't
There
get
you
the.
go.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
eat a
yeah.
lot of
No,
red
you're right.
meat.
Maybe I never have seen you eat beef.
There you go.
Yeah,
That doesn't excuse you from it. I mean, chicken McNuggets will do it too. I'm just saying.
but you
Well-
don't eat a lot of chicken either.
No, I
You
do
had to
not.
like psych yourself up to eat Zaxby's.
Zaxby's, which
Overrated.
Yeah, I
Terribly overrated.
it's.
so
I think
good.
it's really good. It's not as good as Popeyes.
no,
I think it's really good. But I told you that,
you did.
and you
going
thought
in.
because my family were such Popeyes snobs
Yeah. Oh, you're addicted.
that we were just like, you didn't believe me, but then
Yeah.
you
I
did.
didn't,
But
but then I ate Zaxby's and
Zaxby's
I
is
was like-
good though.
It's not really. I went there and there's a massive line like 2 days after it opened, and I've been by it 3 times since, like on jobs just nearby, and it's like 3 people in the drive-through. The Sonic that I ate at today, though,
that place.
the Sonic, first of all, disproving Joe's
In
theory that
Manassas?
this is my diet causing this. Yeah, I ate at Sonic. There's literally an arrow indicating you can go through the drive-through or you can go to the dine-in / stalls area.
I like that.
Oh,
There is nothing more naked and disgusting than referring to it as a stall.
yeah.
I have
It's
never.
like eating from a trough.
it
Stop.
Yeah.
really was just a bunch of us fat
Whoa.
pigs in our little compartments. These people weren't even. It was
Literally just spit on
it
me.
was- I don't
Sorry.
No, not you. Him.
Oh.
It was a hard B. Yeah, caught me right in the face.
Now you have his autoimmune
It was
disease.
it was the most welcome to the world of hydradenitis written on your mirror in lipstick. It was the most American scene, and I wept. It was people in like their F-350s, 30 minutes, engines I don't want to say rev, but engines running the whole time so they could listen to Christ knows what right-wing radio while they're having tot after tot brought out to their car. And we're just it was really like watching farm livestock hearing the sound of the feeder, and they just all trot over to eat their damn pellets. Or
How
whatever
is the food? I've only had milkshakes there. I thought it was
Sonic's
fantastic.
pretty, yeah, Sonic's pretty good.
Better
I got-
than Zaxby's.
Yeah, I really don't think Zaxby's is
Way
good.
better than
Yeah,
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's.
I
is-
really like Zaxby's.
Oh.
It's just not
I
as
like
good as
I like Zaxby's
Popeyes.
too. I like Zaxby's too. It's not terrible. Bojangles puts them all to shame. I'll tell you right now.
I like Bojangles a lot.
I like
Bojangles is-
Bojangles.
Yeah,
But again, yeah, this isn't my diet.
I'd lick one of your lesions for $1.
This isn't my diet.
Bojangles 10-piece right now.
So yeah, it's probably the first disease I've had, I guess, that's like a chronic thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't count the balding so much because I've successfully fought that for the most part with
You're
Propecia.
not balding.
No, I'm thinner up front. Like I'll have to get it filled in.
Oh my God, you're crazy.
What
No.
the
You're
gosh name are you
so
talking about?
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
you're
talking
gorgeous.
I'm talking to Goldilocks and Cue Ball over
Do you
here.
have any
Like,
idea?
neither
Do you have
of
any idea what I could do with your head of hair?
Oh,
You could be president.
Yeah,
You could be
I'd
president. with
already
this head of hair.
be in impeachment hearings
Yeah.
as we speak. Because I'm telling you right now, I would not be a good president.
Why?
You could be
Because
you
I'd
could be a vet president like Pete Buttigieg.
I'd
Is
be
that how you pronounce it?
It's like booty. I call him booty juice
Booty
because he's a
Booty-
homosexual, so it's funny.
Buttigieg? I don't know how you say it.
Buttigieg
Pete-
or some
Buttigieg?
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg? Something like
Buttigieg.
that?
I don't know.
Everyone says it differently.
Yeah,
I get so
I think
confused.
it's pretty sure it's Buttigieg. Was
I
he,
just
was he
call
in the
him-
debate? Was he in the debate?
it's
last
like
night?
seeing the face of Christ.
I don't know.
Everyone
I
sees
just-
something different.
I
Yeah, he
just
was
call
there
him
last night.
Paul B, like he's in AA with me.
Look at you.
You give him a new first name too, Paul.
I did not watch the Democratic debates last night. Not to- not
Hold
to-
on.
I'm
Are
saying.
we jumping around topics?
Well,
or are
no,
we
no, no.
sticking
We're
with
sticking to the.
topic?
We're just gonna,
Thank
we're
you.
just gonna do 45
Thank you,
minutes
Joe.
on your bloody disease
Thank
in
you,
their thighs.
Joe.
That's good.
Thank you.
And that's our show.
And I'm not thanking you for your service. I'm thanking
No.
you for sticking to the topic.
I feel like the YouTube the listeners at home, YouTube Nation just wants to see this. I need you to take that webcam, stick it right up your pant leg.
This really
Just
doesn't
wave it
work
around.
without me like legit exposing myself on camera.
Have you even washed the dried blood off your inner thigh? You probably
Yeah,
it's
no,
probably
I
just
went home
crustified
like
now.
literally the only good thing to come out of this was I had my little peroxide time with my shorts. It was just like then I wiped it off and just did it over and over again and then washed them out. Yeah.
And Dawn was cool about it.
Dawn's amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dawn is amazing.
We don't deserve
True
Dawn.
story. No, we
Good.
don't. Well, you
Like
don't.
the way like people say people don't deserve dogs, like
Yeah,
people also don't deserve Dawns. Like she's
she's amazing.
she's great.
Shout out DVP.
Yeah, she was just like, it's cool. I'll wash it out later. I'll flip the cushion. She didn't care.
That's
Nice.
great.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Yeah, I just wanted to share that. I don't know, like an openness thing,
Yeah.
Good for you.
you know, putting
All-
that out there.
All jokes aside. Good for
You know, maybe,
All jokes aside,
maybe you
I-
guys jump out with something embarrassing and chronic that's happening with you, or not.
I mean, I'm anemic. It's not really embarrassing though. I just think it explains why I nap so much.
You're anemic?
Yeah.
That's so. Eat a steak. Do you not like steak?
I do.
Oh,
I love
then
steak.
What do you? I feel like that's your fault. Take an iron pill.
Everything's our
It's all
fault.
self-inflicted wounds over here. You want to talk
Yeah.
about? Oh, woe is
I
me.
didn't realize.
Oh, I'm anemic
No,
because
I'm
my
sorry.
vegan diet.
I didn't realize we were doing the podcast with David Crockett over here, a
Davey,
man who can live off of
stand up when you say that name.
nothing. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. Do you want to like go stab a deer through the throat for dinner and then give some
I would do
beaver
that.
pelts to the
I would
French?
absolutely, if I could get close enough, I would absolutely stab a deer right in the face and just, you know how delicious venison is. I wouldn't stab it in the face.
I
That's tough.
don't love venison.
I'm not in love with it.
No.
Venison
no.
is, you guys are, it's delicious. So good.
Is it?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I don't get hunting really. Like I understand it and the concept, but I don't like to eat the
It's a-
animals.
It's a
That-
verb.
I don't like to eat
Or
the
no, that's a noun. Hunting. Hunt is a verb.
hunt.
Yeah.
Um,
to hunt.
To hunt. I don't really like the meat that people hunt. Like I don't like
Yeah.
venison. I don't like goose. I've eaten it.
You
I've
know
tried
why? Because that is game. And when you say meat tastes like shit, you say this meat tastes gay meat.
it. It's just
I like the gamey flavor, man.
Do
I
you?
like, I
Really?
think it's not, that's why
I
I love
know-
lamb. Lamb is my absolute favorite meat. It's
Is it?
phenomenal. Yeah.
Lamb is
so
not
good.
gamey. It's been
It's
bred
lamb
to
is kind
be-
of gamey. Yeah.
no,
lamb can be gamey.
Yeah, it could be gamey if it's
really
not raised
Really?
on like
Are we
farming
having
bullshit.
a gamey debate?
No, I'm just
What
saying.
else can be gamey?
You ever had squirrel? I've eaten squirrel.
Is squirrel
eaten
gamey?
squirrel.
Squirrel is very gamey.
What is this? Are we in Kentucky? What the shit? You two have eaten squirrel?
In New
Well,
Orleans.
no, some of us
Ew.
leave the basement. I'm just saying from time to time.
There's not food that I won't try at least once.
Would you eat dog?
No.
Okay.
That's a matter of principle. I wouldn't eat dog.
No.
I love.
I would
dogs.
eat person.
I would eat cat. I hate.
I would eat
cats.
person.
I would.
I would not eat dog or cat.
Would
I
you
would,
wouldn't eat a
I would
cat?
eat
Would you
human
try?
flesh,
Would you try?
absolutely.
Did you? So there was a chef. in
Okay,
Japan.
cool. Gloss over the fact I just admitted.
Would
I'd be a
you
cannibal.
really?
Go on?
You would really eat a person.
Absolutely. Like not okay. Not like the way that they have that like
Like in
pig-
a live situation.
No. Well, no. Don't misconstrue
For
what I'm saying.
survival or pleasure?
Either.
Just for the F of it.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna kill for it, but if we're on the battlefield together and like it's been like 6 hours and it's like an MRE that I'm not looking forward to, I might nibble.
I mean, why don't you start here? The next time one of your rotten ass boils erupts, why don't you just squeeze it into a glass, and drink that? Why don't you start there?
No.
You try the taste of
That's-
blood.
That's my own.
You could cook it. You
issue.
make like blood pudding with your thigh juice.
So
You know.
it's just not compassionate, Joe. I don't know what
Well, is that-
your background as a Marine led me to believe that you would radiate compassion, but now I feel a fool.
I can't help but feel like I was roped into this. You know,
Uh-huh.
like I was led to believe this would be a discussion about health,
It is.
about women's reproductive health, even
It is.
perhaps. And-
Yeah,
and
my
that-
mom should have aborted me.
It's just, and that's our show.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I feel for you. Is that what you want to hear? I don't know.
It's like you don't know the face of the one until you gaze upon it, and then you're
Right.
like, "That's my soulmate."
Yeah,
I don't know what I want out of you, Joe, but I haven't gotten it so far,
I know.
and I'm waiting.
I know. I know.
I'm glad you're on medication.
That's something. Thank
well,
you, Eva.
I mean, but are you though? Are you on
I am.
antibiotics?
I am on. No, I was on antibiotics for 3 months to I don't know, give me diarrhea for 3 months.
there you go.
To lose
That's
weight.
Yeah.
So just destroy your gut flora
Yeah,
in order to protect your
exactly.
inner thighs.
And then I now do like a blackhead scrub, and I just put like a cream, a salve.
Okay. I mean,
We're all
I
better.
take like an iron pill.
So that's how you deal
Well, there
with
you
what
go.
you've got.
And you take an iron pill and you're still anemic?
I am. It was
We're not all genetic specimens.
much
Joe.
worse when I was like drinking really heavily. The
Oh, yeah,
numbers
yeah,
have
yeah.
gone down.
Yeah.
So that's good, but they still keep an eye on it.
I'm just so proud of you. You're so brave.
thank you.
You're much
Thank
you
you.
are brave. It's not-
Thank
yeah.
you.
Eat a steak once in a while. You'll be fine.
How about you, Joe? How are you going to open up to us
I
with
mean-
your health?
Oh, does it have to be health related?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm 38. I had an
It's called playing the game of a scene.
I had an artificial hip at 35.
No way.
Titanium. You didn't know it?
No.
What did
Yeah,
you
you're
do
open
to
to him.
deserve that, though?
Oh, I don't know.
That
Saved
was-
your life and everybody else's, serving my
Uh-huh.
country in a, I'm just
Okay, so
saying.
you're
Oh,
saying
you got injured?
Well, not not acute, not like the way you, not like the way you think.
Like injured on the
It was a compound.
battlefield.
It was a compound injury.
Oh my god.
Years and years of just. I mean, long story short.
Okay.
Well, it's not as bad as that. It wasn't like some hooker gave me some disease and now I'm like crying about
The
it.
hooker didn't give him
the
the
hooker
disease.
diagnosed the disease.
Oh, what came first, the hooker or the pustule? I don't think we know at this point. Do we? I'm just saying.
I love that fable.
Yeah.
I do
What
too.
she had, she
Not
had
as good as the whipping boy.
She had a-
Oh, whipping boy! Did I snatch an icicle? Oh, I thieved from the icicle vendor, whipping boy. Oh dear, now that your bottom's raw, even around your third eye, how are we going to cool you down, WB? I'm going to insert my
WB.
prize in your walls, whipping boy. Let's play a game. Melt my theft. Ooh, you're a winner again, whipping boy. You pool like the La Brea tar pits, which I'm aware of, even though we're a continent and several hundred years away from it, whipping boy.
And scene.
Thank you.
That was John Papa Giorgio in his solo show, The Whipping Boy.
Called
The
whipping
Grecian.
boy. All right, wait. I want to hear about this hip. And by the
Well,
way,
no,
thank you for your service.
Thank
The
you,
lack
yeah.
of the lack of compassion has turned me off to this whole thing.
No, I want to hear about it.
I feel prosecuted.
So no,
persecuted.
I just want to like, how do I put this? Like,
just put it.
yeah, no, but I want to put it diplomatically. You
Do
know,
you?
you're
I
the
don't- I don't want
you're
you
the
to.
soldier. I'm the diplomat. This
Well.
is kind of the thing we've come up with.
Mhm.
Marine.
And Eva's the face. So as the diplomat, how do I put this? Did every Marine, even a pound lighter than you, need a hip replacement after jumping out of a plane twice? Or was that just you?
I mean,
Was every other Marine needing new boots every 48 hours? Or
I mean, so first of all, your lack of compassion
Yeah.
disturbs me. I'm a warrior poet, goddammit.
uh,
No, the long and the short of it is I have something called an impingement. So like my femur enters my hip socket at
but what did you eat to get the impingement?
we're gonna see that's the thing. It's not my fault. It wasn't
Ah.
wasn't like
Just eat a steak.
it wasn't like Tofu Johnson over here or
Yeah.
Mr. I never washed my inner thighs from the age of
I'm
6 to
drinky,
12.
drinky.
Yeah.
That's how I got it.
Drinky stinky.
Old glug glug, the gutter drunk.
Glug, glug, glug.
Oh, glug glug, come here. Pour your drink into the whipping boy's rump. Oh, look how he twitches
This is a place of business. Ugh.
as your
God.
Bowman's vodka enters his wounds
Oh,
and mucous membrane.
sadistic. You
All
know?
right, so there's something wrong with your femur, which, if you guys don't
There's
know,
something
is-
right with my femur.
is the
Eva.
human thigh bone.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the human thigh bone. So my femurs enter my hip sockets at like just slightly at an angle that makes them sort of bend outwards, and it's like 0.01 millimeters. It's so slight.
So it's like God banged you from behind in the womb.
Oh God.
Well, you pray to a Catholic God. He's gonna do these things.
I just it's
Uh-huh.
like I don't know. I don't know. Is there a God? Because if there is, I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell you right now. That's why you have shit on your inner thighs, you fucking pig.
Oh,
You know what I mean? I'm
that's
just saying. That's a hard F.
we're
That's a
gonna
hard
need
F.
some bleeping here.
Yeah, bleep out the
Thanks.
bleep out the whole first 15 minutes. How about that?
No.
Beep. What is this?
This was me bravely sharing.
Emergency
sir.
action.
You like my fat voice?
I feel like the sound your thighs must make when they rub together. It's like,
Uh-huh.
like when you walk, you hear like
Oh. No,
no.
sir. I don't wear a kilt.
Well, I don't know.
The pants leg cradle, whatever is going on, and the medication treats it for the most part.
Are you wearing are those the shorts that you bled through and then
Quite possibly. I've only got two
Nice.
pairs that fit me at this
very
point.
good. Very good.
We just rotate them.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
I thank them
Yeah.
for their
So
service.
I want to hear about fake hip.
I don't know
Yeah.
what she does. I don't
What
know-
did
I
you
don't believe
do?
you.
I do.
No, so
What happened?
the long story short, there's no I don't know why I say that. I never tell
You
short
always,
stories.
yeah.
It's a ridiculous thing for me to say. So I blew my knee out in college. I tore my ACL, my MCL. So my right knee was basically destroyed. And they said the doctors were like, "Oh,
How? What were you doing?
if you must know,
Yeah.
I was playing varsity football. I was the starting quarterback for the University of Notre Dame.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I was playing dorm football, and Notre Dame and the Naval Academy are two schools that have full contact, full pads, intramural football.
Uh-huh.
And so, like, your dorm is your team. But the thing is, based on everything I had heard, if you do well enough in the dorm intramural league, is a chance maybe you get
This is
asked to
what they tell
maybe you
the
get
fat
asked to
kids.
walk onto the varsity squad. You know, so
Okay.
my junior year,
Dude, they pig partied you.
Where did you go?
This is
University
He
of Notre
went
Dame.
to Notre Dame.
You did?
First of all, you don't have to call it University of
You
Notre
believe
Dame.
this?
We just
look at the shocked look on that face. Just because I'm an abject failure now, Eva, doesn't mean it was always true. Yeah, I feel the same way.
no.
I
she's-
didn't know that.
She didn't
Yeah.
know that you were both like a waste now and a waste of the tuition money.
Oh.
That's all.
Stop.
Well, you paid my tuition. I was on a full scholarship.
Oh
from the
God.
I
United
don't
States-
pay
I
taxes.
finally
United States Marine
understand
Corps.
conservatism.
Yeah.
Taxation
I
is theft.
Yeah.
Universal
exactly.
health care, universal education. Vote for Bernie.
Mhm.
Psych. I don't know. Anyway,
Did you
I-
really?
long, yeah.
Did you graduate?
Of course, did I?
Well, we're just trying to figure out what happened since. It makes a lot of sense that you didn't graduate.
I graduated cum loudly,
Okay.
or
Wow.
whatever it's called me, like middle of the road.
Cum
like,
laude.
like an A
Yeah.
minus. I had like an A minus. I don't know. I don't remember.
Wow.
Nobody cares about grades. I was a film, television, and theater major. How about that?
So
Really?
you
Catch me outside.
did you serve in the military and then go to Notre Dame?
And then he
No,
was out.
so I did it. So I got no. I don't know if you know this, but Notre Dame is the most expensive school in the country. True story. It's the number
I
one.
thought it was
Washington.
GW.
I
Yeah.
win
It's-
this.
no, it's-
Don't-
True story. Notre Dame is the most expensive school. At least,
Oh, he
at least
said
it
true
was. At least
story,
it
Eva.
was. At least it was a year or two ago. But so I got
Thank
in.
you, Eva.
I
for
got in. It's
looking
very
this up.
expensive, and you got to find a way to pay for that. So I knew I was going to be in the military anyway. So I applied.
So
and got
wait,
a scholarship
you're
to the Marine
you're
Corps.
saying that you blew out your knees paying for Notre Dame, and I'm not supposed to make a blowjob joke.
You could say that. I mean,
Okay.
you could say, yeah, you could. No, it was. I was given a lot of, given a lot of beegers.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what did it. Because being on your knees typically ruptures your ACL. You plank.
Okay.
Go
on.
Yeah.
Go on, Joe.
No, I don't think I
Bring
will.
comedy.
I don't think I feel persecuted. Eva's not even
Uh-huh.
listening anymore.
I'm trying
She's
to prove
looking
you
up-
wrong.
Yeah.
About
She's
what?
trying to turn this back into a podcast of
Anyway,
comedy
anyway,
and not
okay.
InfoWars.
So I blew my right knee out in college. The doctors were like, I lost my scholarship. The doctors were like, not only are you not going to be a Marine, you're never going to run again. And I was like,
You're
"Bitch."
like, one of those is
I was
true
like,
by choice.
bitch, watch me.
What?
And because I'm a goddamn human genius / superhero,
Mhm.
Right.
I got back in shape. I ran again. They had rebuilt my knee, and I got my scholarship back. What? The rebuilding of the knee?
Like you're a robot. I just was giggling.
Yeah, I am.
No,
I'm
you
like
said,
more.
You said I got back in shape, and that's when she laughed.
No,
Well,
I didn't.
Oh, I mean, you want to see pictures? I'll show you pictures.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
seen
It,
some
let
pictures
me,
on
let me
Facebook.
put you right now. John wouldn't be the only one with a moist spot on the chair when he leaves. I'm just
Whee!
saying. Hey, yo.
Oh my god!
He's talking about Eva's cunt.
Oh, he's talking about the old machine.
Gross.
So I worked my way back. I got my scholarship back. And then obviously Marine Corps training is very difficult. So you're jumping off of very high things. You're carrying like over 100 pounds in a lot of cases, marching for like 20 plus miles in boots. I mean, boots aren't very forgiving. I don't know if you know that. Jumping out of helicopters with a bunch of stuff on your back. You know what I mean? Even just, every time I jumped, basically every time I landed, I would try to protect my right knee by landing on my left side.
Mm-hmm.
And so that combination of circumstances combined with this ever so slight impingement basically just destroyed my left hip over the 5.5-year span that I was in the Marine Corps. The problem was when I was leaving the Marine Corps,
it didn't happen fast enough for my taste.
It did, yeah. That's the thing. It like slowly got to the point where I was like, ow, my hip kind of hurts from time to time. And then I was like 2 years out of the Marine Corps and I was like, man, I can barely walk sometimes. And then it was like 2013 and I was like, God, I can't sleep. I'm in pain, constant pain.
Did you think maybe like you were heartbroken?
No, at first I was like, why do I keep leaving bloody spots on chairs when I get up? I don't understand. I have these pustules on my inner thighs.
When I'm eating sushi.
But my diet is so good and I'm anemic for no reason. It's not my fault.
Glug Glug, the gutter drunk, drank herself to anemia.
Oh, glug glug.
Okay.
Gluggity, gluggity, gluggity.
I have
God.
something you can do with your empties.
I don't know. I'm not even going to peel that one back. I don't know what that even means.
So you have a bionic hip right now.
I tell the ladies I'm 1/4 titanium from the waist down.
Mhm.
I'm just saying. Titanium's a hard metal.
And it's true.
And it's true. but no. So in like I think it was like
trying to fuck metallurgists. Why don't-
alchemy. You know what alchemy is?
Alchemists. Yeah.
Alchemists. Yeah. Eva doesn't even know what that is.
Isn't that like an old school, like you
like a
go to
myth.
the alchemist and
The
get like a
wizards,
potion?
They could turn like lead into gold.
Isn't that what it is?
So alchemy is like it's I don't even think it's a real thing. It's where you can turn like metals that you can manipulate metals or something.
I mean, to my knowledge, it's not real. I know anything in the olden days was false, but now they can kind of mash stuff up at a molecular level. So yeah, I mean, for God's sake, they did make you walk again. That is vaguely
What can I
magical.
say?
You know?
Yeah. So around 20, it was like 2013 ish. It was so bad. I was like depressed. I couldn't do anything. I was in pain all the time. I couldn't walk without a cane. So I went to see. Oh God. Oh God. That's payback for all the jokes earlier.
I'm sorry.
That lack of compassion right there.
I'm sorry, Kramer and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
That's why nobody listens to this podcast. It's hateful. It's hurtful. Haven't even mentioned the Washington Nationals.
Please describe your cane.
It was pretty cool actually. It was wood and it had a sword inside
Yeah, it was.
just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, you never know.
You're just trying
Shout out Ryan Gillis who gave me the cane with the sword in it. That was
to cane with a
Good
sword.
stuff.
In
So
it.
Shangulas.
So
Yeah.
Shane
Yeah.
does-
Oh, that's a callback to an episode nobody else nobody
I'm
listens
also
to.
baby sharking. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby shark. Yeah, you guys don't even know what that is.
I do.
Reference to.
I do.
What is it?
Baby Shark, the song for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been around forever.
It's
And for
it's been
for whatever reason,
Yeah.
it's been resurfaced, and like all these parents are like, "I hate this
If
song,"
I gave
and I'm
one
like,
damn to play
and
it,
I'm
I
like,
would.
I knew that song when I was a kid. Now it's super popular.
There's some like a pair of Asian kids or something that resurfaced it.
Okay.
Their videos
always
the ones-
comes down to race and ethnicity.
Really
always
does.
Well, you know, I need people to know their quotas, right?
Are you is your disease of Greek heritage? Is that what makes you hate other ethnicities? Or-
Yeah, it made me aware of ethnicities, I suppose, like to be real. Like, because I
Yeah.
grew up and my dad was very brown and foreign. So, and I was pretty. It's weird how the bar has moved on white because when I was a kid, I had like really thick hair and I had the weird last name. Like, I was not considered in a sea of white people, I was not considered particularly white. And then around 98, 99, it was like Jennifer Lopez and Ricky Martin broke. And suddenly it was like, we've got Latinos now. They exist, everyone. And suddenly just everyone who's even vaguely white isn't white now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I definitely, my dad looked like Castro without the beard. He was a dark son of a bitch.
He was.
Mm.
Yeah. Eva knew him a lot. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's very dark. I was always shocked I was white as I was. I don't,
And your mom's really
Well,
fair.
yeah, I got,
She's fair. Your dad was very dark.
I
yeah.
mean, to be clear, you have to be in the sun to not be white. So
No, he was
is
like
there,
that
is there a
naturally.
sun in your
He was-
basement ceiling?
He was pretty naturally
Yeah.
tan.
Oh, really?
He was very dark, man.
Oh,
I think
it wasn't because he was out using his muscles and his brain like a
No.
successful adult.
no,
No.
Oh, okay.
that was you, damn kid.
Yeah, that was
I'm
you.
You were a Marine
saving
and you went to
America.
Notre Dame. You
Chill,
smart
boy.
and
That's what I'm
Oh my
saying.
god.
I had
And
no idea you went to Notre Dame.
basically a superhero. I know it changes your whole perspective on things. You're like,
Yeah.
no.
Now we're
I
even
just
more
assumed you were like
disappointed
a military guy. Like you
Yeah.
went straight to
No.
the military.
I am in fact both smarter and better than both of you. That's true. I know.
Well,
And more successful, depending on how you measure success.
Mm.
As long as it has nothing to do with a bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or merit.
Or really any other tangible metric.
Or
You are
any- or sort of
married.
award. I
I'll
am
give you
married,
that.
So
that's
that
true,
that gives you an up.
That gives me some credit.
You have
yeah.
a house.
I do own a house.
That comes with the
It's true.
marriage.
1.6 acres, baby. What's up?
We both live with our parents.
But
Well,
we'll-
I live
we'll-
with my parents
Well,
because they're both alive.
Yeah.
I mean,
I live with my mom and the ghost of my father.
and you
So
know,
yeah, you
couple
are.
cats,
I
couple
guess you
cats.
are better than us.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to say it from day one, but I've sort of always known.
What do you
know?
think?
He doesn't.
I mean, I would never acknowledge that. It's not true, clearly, but I'm
Right.
trying to come
Yeah.
up with the.
I mean,
more-
I'm the youngest.
You're gonna
You're the
mess up. You're gonna mess up
youngest.
John's pity of me.
probably the most successful
I need John
in
to
terms
pity
of
me.
entertainment. You've actually been on stages
Yes, I
and
have.
things like that
Back in
a
the day.
good and in New York, not
Right.
not shit town DC.
Right.
Well, I
Um,
mean, in New York, you performed
I went to
Juilliard.
college there, and I
Well,
majored in acting, and then I was
Well,
in the company, and
Trump
then I
University doesn't.
no, I didn't go to Trump U.
we don't.
I went
set
to the
off-
American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Whoa. What is
We
that?
don't set off metal detectors in the airport. There's that.
You went to
Mhm.
Ada.
I did.
Nice.
Huh.
Robert Redford, Cecil B. DeMille.
Robert Redford has terrible skin.
I have
Yes, he
more
does.
cats than you.
I will not accept that. As
A lot of, if you look it up, a lot of very famous people went there.
nice.
Yeah.
No, I had a good little
Eva
acting career.
Crichton went there.
Right, I had a good
Uh-huh.
little acting
Yeah.
career for a while, and
That's-
then
I know.
I should-
glug glug the gutter drunk.
Oh, glug glug.
had to come home and take care of some stuff.
Well, yeah, but you got to. I mean, who says you can't go back? you know?
And your
Right.
most famous classmate again?
My most famous
Yeah,
classmate.
Shia
like
LaBeouf.
your year.
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, that I graduated with and was
Yeah.
in the company with.
Danny
Yes,
Trejo.
I know the answer to this. That's a good one.
Ashley C. Williams.
Who is?
She was in Human Centipede.
She was the front of the centipede. No middle centipede from my girl Eva over here.
Did that movie make any money?
No, she was in the middle.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was the lead though. But
The
she's like
middle's the lead? I thought the one in the front was the lead.
no, it wasn't the Asian boy in the front because he's like, I gotta shit, and he like shits in her mouth.
Oh, God.
You've never seen Human Centipede,
God, no. I mean,
But
I know
you've heard of
I know
it.
the concept. Yeah.
right? Ashley's a
You've
lovely
lived
girl though.
Yeah.
she's awesome and very talented, and a Virginian. She's from Charlottesville, but we met in New York and we went to school together. And then you have to get invited into the company.
Did you like when you were with her? Did you ever realize like she was into being fed excrement?
no,
doing it in
she
someone
never.
else's
She was
mouth?
She was just so like sweet and demure, honestly,
It's never the ones you think it
Demure.
is.
I
and
totally
like
know.
very like just
Cecil B. DeMille.
super talented. She's got a beautiful singing voice.
But then she just threw it all away to eat poop.
I don't know. She's like
IRL.
she's like really well known in like the horror movie world.
Mhm.
She's done a few others. She goes to like Comic Cons. She's got a cool life.
Oh no, it's pretty sweet. Like
yeah,
for real.
I'm like super proud of her.
No, there's what can I say?
Yeah, I'm
What can
not
I
gonna
say?
make fun of her online.
How could you ever
Yeah.
knock on any real level someone who is part of something that well known?
Right.
You can't.
No.
Even if they're well known, you know, like the same way Mr. Hands was well known for like getting piped in the ass by a
Mhm.
horse kind of stuff.
Right.
Like okay, it's fictitious. Thanks, by the way, Joe, for picking up on that game I was trying to play. She didn't actually eat
It's-
poop, but it's a hard role for your parents to brag to the neighbors about
Absolutely. But it's a movie that's gonna be remembered
for a long
forever.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's
Are
honestly
you doing that Sandlot style? Forever.
forever. And I'm not gonna make fun of her because I have nothing to make fun of. She's a great person.
Yeah, no, I mean it would sound incredibly petty if you're like, yeah, no one ever shat in my mouth on
Right.
camera. Like she'd have to sit you down like a toddler and be like, sweetie, no one actually shat in my mouth.
Yeah. And people know who I am, Eva.
And my killer tits were out in their heyday. Wasn't she? Weren't they all topless or no? I don't know.
She might have been. I've only watched it once.
It would have been bizarre if the human centipede or Dr. Centipede, I think his name was, was into sewing mouth to anus for 3 different people, but then was like, nah, keep on your brassiere.
Yeah. I don't want
You
to
never know. Yeah, you never know.
Well, you
You all right there, Joe?
no, you gotta appease the Chinese censors.
I
Oh,
think
God.
I think Joe wants to talk about the Nats.
Oh,
Well,
does he?
No, I mean not.
Is that our
I'm-
topic? Are
is
we
that
going
a-
to do another
I mean,
topic
I don't
of
know.
the Nationals?
What time are we at?
We're at
Oh,
we're pretty much at the end, I think.
All right. We wanted to keep it tight.
Yeah.
Are you sitting in a pool of your own?
Did
God
you
knows
break
what?
a
Did you-
pustule, whipping boy?
Whipping boy, I whipped your fanny so hard your pustules are broken.
You're whipping boy. I'm glug glug the gutter drunk.
Yeah.
And what are you?
I'm old metal hips. I don't know.
No,
Old-
we'll figure something.
We'll figure
out.
something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, old
Old Notre Dame.
Captain Dipshit. I don't know.
We'll just call him the mistake.
The mistake. Yeah, you could. I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh,
I'm just saying. Yeah, I know.
Aw.
how about them Nats, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's too late for that.
all right,
why?
cool. Well, that was a great Nat segment. Let's wrap this thing
It
up.
was. Yeah, John doesn't even know what a designated hitter is. He doesn't even know what baseball.
Why- I was
insane.
obsessed with baseball for like 10 years. My
Were you?
first 10 years of life.
Oh,
I know what the DH is.
you would have been. I tell you what, you would have been great at baseball. All that blood lube sliding into second base. You know.
Yeah.
That was just such a reach. I don't.
You could have just taken 2
No.
steps. And, well, that's a reach.
This isn't the kind of comedy I want on my show. I'm sorry. I don't do that. We're better than that. Maybe you're not. I don't know what depths you have to plumb.
World
for a
Series,
chuckle.
baby.
Yeah, I have been enjoying
You think it's going to
it.
be Astros and Nats?
I don't care who it is. They're not
Yeah.
beating the Nats at this point. They're on a tear, man.
Nats are really
They are
looking
just.
good.
They
It's awesome.
slayed the Cardinals.
I have actually legitimately forgot. I've kind of lost interest in football. That's how into baseball I am right
the
now.
football's- and the NFL's a joke. 13 players on the field in that Packers Lions game, and there's no.
Don't even
I mean,
start
that's
me. Don't even
unbelievable.
start me. I
It's
I
a
can't.
disgusting.
Between
Oh, when
the
they
re-
didn't flag that?
Yeah.
13
yeah.
players on the. How do you not? I mean, there's one ref
Cool. We got
whose
a
whole
sports
job it is to
segment
count
in.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. That was amazing insight. We
Que
killed
terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papa's Basement. I'm John Papa Giorgio.
Are you
At Papa's Basement on Twitter
at Bloody Thighs at
and
Google.com.
Instagram. Yes. Find our Patreon. Give us money. We're going to be doing more in the future
Don't do
to take that money from you.
that. No,
Extra episodes, kind of different content. Like for $20 a month, Joe will let you stick a really long syringe into his dead hip so you can hear it clang.
You actually, yeah. You know what? It actually wouldn't hurt that bad because a lot of the nerves are dead over there. So you
Oh.
probably could. You probably could. It's not that far below the surface. You wouldn't even need that big a syringe.
Cool. Eva, you're
1,000
back on Insta.
I am at Orchard Eva.
That's amazing.
Hit me up.
Orchard Eva.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
And
Yeah.
Joe,
That's right. I mean, I'm there. I'm out there. Just look for Joey the comedian. You know?
Yeah.
Joey the laugh master with 2 F's.
Joey the whipping boy.
Joey the whipping boy. Come here, whipping boy.
Oh, Joseph, come here.
Prince Jonathan, you've been caught in the stables again, diddling the horses. Have I? Where's the whipping boy?
Till the next one, we're out of here.
Bye.
Yeah,
We're home free. School's out, baby.
Good show.
Nothing to talk about, nothing to critique. Great show, great guests tomorrow. You go home, have a glass of wine, whack off. I'll see you tomorrow.
That's the post-show critique?
Yeah, you're the best.
It's my time to go. I successfully burned all my bridges. Nobody loves me, and I don't love nobody.
Then he said penis.
Yeah. Then he said masturbation.
Then he said vagina. That was cool.
Had a mighty hard time, but I'm on my way. Had a mighty hard time, but I'm on my way. It's a mighty hard climb.